And hello, welcome back. Oh wait, nope. I might have boosted the volume a lot. Sorry. That was very loud and I forgot to change it. What was I saying? Yes. Welcome back, my darling Diamonds and Rough. I am your favorite talking stone, and today we are back with some more Katakana, some more Hiragana. And sorry, but give me a moment. I just want to check to make sure the audio is at an alright level right now. Give me just a little moment. Test. Test. Third test, fourth test. Okay, I think that's what it was on that earlier. That's fine, probably. It's probably fine. It's probably good. It's probably great. It's probably wonderful. It is probably wonderful. But title of the stream. It's called Soccer in Japan. Or I think it's like, what is it more technically? Saka? I looked it up very briefly because I was curious. Just popped into my mind and I looked it up and I was jazzed by the results. It was quite funny indeed. But the reason I bring this up was because I think I mentioned this. I think I mentioned this last stream, one of my plans. I actually got to see, I went to my first professional soccer game. And what a doozy it was. It was the Club World Cup. And as someone who's not too familiar with soccer teams, soccer leagues, soccer whatever, from my understanding, the Club World Cup is just some of the best teams from all the leagues around the world just get together and try to win the Club World Cup. It's like the World Cup, but with clubs instead of countries, from my understanding. And I could be wrong. I did very little research into it. In fact, I didn't even look at the teams of the game I was going to see before I left. Well, I did, but that's different. We'll get to that later. But yes, the Club World Cup, it was amazing. It was such an experience. I went to the FC Porto versus Al Ahly match. Went up to MetLife Stadium for that. And oh boy, that was just... It was an experience. It was such an experience. Where do I even begin? I guess I'll begin what I ever do. Walking. So I'm walking up to the stadium, and the stadium is huge. It's like actually huge, and it's basically in the Shrine parking lot. It's next to the American Dream Mall, which I walked around before the match because the match started later and I got there early. And also it's next to a horse racing field, track, whatever you want to call it, which I did not know existed. So maybe if I feel in the mood, I can go back up north to see Uma Musume in real life. Maybe. Just maybe I could. But it's not about horses. It's about soccer. Football. Soccer. So... The game starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and I get there, I think, around 6. So I spend a lot of time just walking around the American Dream Mall, which is really family-friendly. And it was rather lively, not just with football fans or soccer fans. I don't know what you call it. I'm going to call it soccer. I might also call it football. I'm not too sold on it either way. But it was just pretty busy. Not packed. It was not like... It was lively. It was lively. Lively is the word I would use to describe it. And it was just great. It was just the best. Like walking around the mall. And I walked a lot. Well, granted, 3 hours of walking is a lot. But I walked a lot. I remember checking my phone today. I was like, oh, I probably walked like maybe 3, maybe 4 miles. I walked 10. I walked 10. My legs are still in pain, but I thought it was just because I didn't sleep well. But no, it's because I walked so much. And luckily now today I can sit down and just not use them. But they were in pain. So yes, I walk around the American Dream Mall. I do a little bit of window shopping, but I don't really buy anything. I just want to walk around. I grabbed some lunch though. Shout out to the Popeyes there. That Popeyes, really amazing. Got my food really quickly. I ordered a 3-piece tender meal. They gave me a 5-piece tender meal. Very full. Probably overate, but it was good. 10 out of 10. Would recommend that Popeyes. But anyways, the game. So they set up this huge, I don't even know what to call it. This huge lot of entertainment right in front of the gates of the stadium. So you walk in and there's this giant stage just blasting music. There's some, not meet and greets, but you can take a picture with like FC Porto and their trophies. Not the players. I think the players were already in the what do you want to call it? Arena? The pitch. Of course, the pitch. Arena sounds cool though. But the pitch, yes. And the stadium, whatever you want to say. But I actually I got in line to spin a wheel to win prizes, and I got this nice little short prints from FC Porto, and some other little goodies like a little rubber band thing. It's nice, really nice. I was really surprised about the whole theatrics of it, but granted, it's the Club World Cup. It's probably very important. But I will say, the one bad thing about walking and that match, it's hot out. I think, what was the temperature? I believe the temperature of the game was 80, 90 degrees Celsius. Sorry, not Celsius, definitely not Celsius. Fahrenheit, which is probably like, is that like 30 something degrees Celsius? Let me check. Let me do the math in my head. So let's say 90 to 60... divide by 9 times 5, divide by 9 would be 20. We'll say 20 divided by 3, that's 6. A little bit 7 times 5, 35. Yeah, it's about 34 degrees Celsius. If I'm doing it off, I'd say 34 degrees Celsius, roughly, at 9 p.m. So it's very hot. It's also rather humid, but thankfully the sun was not out. But I also made a mistake. I had a little throwover, I guess, sweater. It was a very light sweater, but it was just a throwover sweater. And wearing long sleeves in that heat, in that humidity, that was miserable. But the game itself was amazing. Where do I begin? Well, let me begin by spoiling the results of the game. The game ended 4-4. In a soccer game, my first professional soccer game, 8 goals were scored. A 9th goal was scored, but it was offside, so it doesn't count. But 8 goals in a game, that's ridiculous. In my opinion, I'm not too well versed. But for me, I was hoping, going into it, I was hoping that the game would end 3-4. If the game ended 3-4, I was like, wow, I got to see my piece of action. And it ended 4-4. And honestly, I was expecting to get maybe 1-2. And I thought that might have been even a high score. But 4-4. Wow. And then I'll probably post this maybe on like Blue Sky or whatever. But the stadium was, I'm not sure if I would say entirely packed. I know the Club World Cup has had trouble filling up seats in America because it's very poorly advertised in America. In addition to soccer as a whole, soccer isn't really America's sport. That it isn't really America's sport, but the advertising has been, in my opinion, terrible. In fact, I only learned the Club World Cup was going on because I read an article about how the Club World Cup was doing poorly in terms of ticket sales. That's how I found out the Club World Cup was even going on. So I was a bit, not shocked, but I was just just at a whole, an admiration of just what it was. Because my expectations were low and they were thoroughly exceeded. But yes, going in the stadium, it was a sea of red. It was a sea of red. So many Al Ahly supporters. I became an Al Ahly supporter that day, yesterday, because it was essentially a home game for them, with how many people in the crowd were rooting for them. And I felt joyed by the home crowd. I felt jazzed by them. And the game was insane. So sometimes someone lit a flare in the match. I've heard that happening in like European sports, but that doesn't happen in America. I've never seen a flare be lit at any professional sporting event, let alone a flare being allowed in. That was really surprising. But yes, my experience there was just amazing. Just absolutely amazing. I forget which player on Al Ahly had a hat trick. They scored 3 goals in the game. And I was thoroughly entertained. I got back really late. Really, really late. But, oh my, it was so worth it. It was so worth it. Getting back late, getting no sleep when I had to work the next day, and all that miserable heat. So worth it. It was absolutely worth it. What a wonderful experience. Yeah, and a lot of soccer-related things have happened. One of my favorite mangas. I stopped reading at a point just because it was too good and I couldn't wait another week, so I had to go cold turkey until I finished. But it finished. Aoashi, one of my favorite mangas. It finally finished with chapter, I believe, 410? And finished, what was that? Maybe guessed a few days ago, maybe? Or was it yesterday even? Yeah, it finished up. I can't wait to read that. I'm gonna reread. I stopped halfway through the Barcelona match. And I can't wait. I can't wait to reread that and then just actually finish it, because it was so good. I had to stop. Aoashi had a lot of ups, but the Barca match, from what I saw, the Barcelona match, from the little bit I saw, and I saw little sneak peeks, I saw how hyped it actually gets. It was easily the best match in the entire show, and not the show, sorry, the entire manga. So I am thoroughly jazzed to read it. I am thoroughly jazzed to finally read it and finish. Probably is it my favorite manga? It's one of them. It's definitely one of them. But yeah, man, what an incredible journey. I started reading it in 2022. That's when I got into soccer as a whole, as a fan. 2022, first with Aoashi, then with Blue Lock, and then with the 2022 World Cup. Just a triple entendre of soccer amazement. And I can't wait for Season 2 to come out. I think it's coming out, I forget if it's late this year or sometime in 2026, but it's going to come out and it will be amazing. It'll be absolutely amazing. But another manga that ended, Embers. You might not know Embers. It was very short-lived. I believe it only had 20 chapters. It got tried out and then it got the boot from Shonen Jump. But it was a fun little journey to be had. A fun little journey indeed. I picked it up with the first week it dropped. Looked very promising. Had it up. Oh my gosh. It had it up. It had its ups. It had its downs. But it was a really nice read. And I think it ended on a high note. And some of the imagery was actually really funny. The blindness imagery in particular was funny. I saw a lot of memes of what's even going on anymore. Very humorous. Really enjoyed. It was short, but it was sweet. I enjoyed Embers. But that's enough soccer talk. Now it's time for some water. That's some great water. And now, let me make sure I have it up. I do have it up. It is time for some... Sorry, give me one more moment. Katakana, some Hiragana, and some lovely jubbly vibes. Right? Can I zoom in on this, actually? Let me try. Because I don't necessarily want to see the bottom if I don't. Let me go one back. There we go. Is that good? Let me check on OBS to make sure. Oh, that's not just good. That's not just great. That is, well, it's great. It's dandy. I was going to say dandy. But dandy is maybe a teeny bit lesser than great. But yes, it is popping, it is hopping, it is grand. So let us begin with, oh, first of all, let me just make sure everything's checked. Yes, everything is. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right. Then can we begin with some pa? Lovely way to start. Ooh. You know, oh, I forgot to mention, at the Club World Cup match that I went to, I spent halftime with the language learning bird. I spent it doing a Duolingo lesson because I want to keep my streak going. I don't care if it stops, but I'm not going to let it stop. I'm not going to let it stop. Right. But I remember one of the 3 kanjis I know is san, which is just 3 lines. This is me, or specifically this is Mew, but the first character is me in Katakana. But it just reminds me of the kanji for san. But yeah, we can, well, let me just type in it. M-Y-U. And then Zu, lovely. And what is this? Kigigyu, G-Y-U. Oh yeah, and this might be a bit of a shorter stream. Maybe, I wouldn't say this would go over 2 hours. The main reason is, I am hungry. Someone stole my food. And I am devastated. I am torn. I am backstabbed. I am betrayed. Someone I knew has betrayed me. Look me in the eye. Look at me. Look into me in my stone googly goggly eyes. And tell me, just tell me, what exactly is going on? Okay, I don't know what I'm yapping about. Let's get back into the swing of things. Love. Well, that was the wrong button. I'm flubbing up. But, and oh, thank you for the follow, Dijim. I don't know how to read that entire name. I'm sorry. It's a lot of characters. Or Dij, that's something. All right. How do I say this? Gyo, G-Y-O. I believe that's Gyo. Yes. I almost put ya when it's actually... It is actually ya. Huh. I can't tell if I'm getting good or bad at this. I confuse myself by being right. That's silly. That is silly. And this is Sho. S-H-O. Lovely, lovely. B, but yes. My family, they have stolen my pizza. My pizza that I ordered on stream. I ordered it on stream on Sunday. They devoured it. I had to buy extra because I used Domino's, so I got an extra pie. And I was looking forward to eating it today. And it was a whole pie. It wasn't like, oh, just 2 or 3 slices. It's a whole pie. And they ate all of it. They ate all of it. They ate 9 slices, technically. I had 1 slice left over, and they ate that too. So, I'm upset about that. They also ate my ice cream. They ate my snack. They ate my everything. So, I could not eat before stream. And it has a hole in my stomach and one in my heart. Is this the beginning of my villain origin story? Maybe. Maybe it is. Just maybe. But I'll continue with an evil plan. How do I get back at them? Let me brainstorm this while doing kana. Let me brainstorm this. How do I get back at them? Well, here's the thing. I can't eat their food. Oh, yeah, they're also... yeah, they're not going to be here. They just stopped by. They're not even going to be here a while. They're gone. They're gone. They're gonzo. They are gone. So, I can't even get back at them. That's so sad. Unless I get back at them today, but... I'm not as evil to do that. What am I going to do? Oh, I have an idea. I have a very dastardly idea. For my revenge... I could rotate their toothbrushes 180 degrees so that the brushes are facing down and the tip is facing up. That would razzle them. That would be mildly weird, mildly strange. That is something. But I'm greedy. I want to do more. What else can I do? What else is mildly inconvenient? I could... Oh, I'm thinking. What are some dastardly things I could do? I could put on the toilet... No, I can't put that toilet paper on the wrong way. I was going to say I was going to put it... instead of the roll facing you, like the paper facing you, it's facing the other way, facing the wall. I can't do that. That's too evil, even for me. I am, how you say, a hater, but I can't do that. Mainly to myself. I can't do that to myself. Because if I were to do that, that would make me feel bad. I would have to deal with those consequences. And I'm upset. I'm always upset when it's like that. I'm always upset. This is moo. Yes, it is. Sorry, I got confused. But I'm always upset when the toilet paper is facing the wrong way. Because there is objectively a right way to put it. And for them to not do that, for someone to not do that, for someone to put it on the wrong way, because objectively it's the wrong way. Is there any merit in putting the toilet paper the other way? Is there any merit for the toilet paper to be facing the wall? Is there any merit in that? I can't say yes to that. I don't know, but I can't say yes. I just cannot say yes. But it does grind my gears something fierce. It grinds my gears something fierce. And I realized my fan, not my fan is on, but my, what is that called? Air purifier's on. It makes noise, but I don't think I heard it when I was testing the sound of my stream. I don't think I heard it at all. So maybe it's fine. If it isn't fine, let me know. Let me know, and I will kill the power to it. But it is, yeah, I'm surprised. It's an air purifier, but it provides a really good airflow. Well, it's very hot in basically anywhere east of the Mississippi River in America. West of the Mississippi too, but mainly the east. We're talking about the east. We are an East Coast based stone thing. Actually, where am I based off of? Well, lore-wise, I have my lore. I do have my lore, but I would like to flesh it out a bit more. So you'll have to wait for that. But yes, we are suffering a heat wave. We are suffering a devastatingly terrible heat wave. And it sucks. It sucks. And I can't spell, apparently. I cannot spell. But it's fine. But yes, the heat wave is terrible. And the air conditioning in my place is good for half of the space. Just not the half that my computer's in. So I'm trying to say I'm suffering. But this little air purifier is doing me well. It also doesn't help that my computer, my laptop is... Let's see. Yeah, I could fry an egg on this. Actually, I'm burning my fingers touching it. I'm just touching the power of my laptop, and there is heat. There is heat from it. I might be taxing it too much. Maybe. I really need to look into upgrading my a whole desktop situation or computer situation. Because I'm streaming off of a very poor laptop. Poor in terms of quality. However, it's it's holding up. Surprisingly, it's holding up. Emphasis on surprisingly, because I am very, just in awe that it's not dead yet. I had a lot of problems with it. And I still do. I probably have malware on this. But it hasn't caused me any issues yet, and my fingers are crossed. This is no, right? I believe this is no. This, kana, this katakana specifically is no. Yes, it is. Wow. I'm actually... I know I say this for basically the past, 3 or 4 streams of this, but I understand this. I know I'm flubbing up some words, and here and there. I already have 5 wrong, and that's, over 10%. But I'm actually just enjoying this. And it's going really well. And I can understand what I'm doing. I can understand what I'm putting in. Ri and ya, or ya, R-Y-A. I mean, I do have things I need to work on like this. This, I believe, is me, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay, I am entirely sure. But it's just... I'm just at a loss for words. I thought this was going to be harder. I really did. I thought this was going to take, months of learning, and probably multiple times a week, not just once, to learn to read it. And I would do that in supplement to actually learning the language. But it hasn't been like that. It really just hasn't. It's been mostly smooth sailing. And I'm worried. I need to pour more hours into this. I need my sunk cost fallacy to go up. I need to be afraid to not study this. And I'm not afraid to not study it yet. Because but luckily it's fun. Fun studying kind of balances it out. Granted, I don't think I'm going to be having fun by the end of the stream. I'm really feeling a panging hunger in my chest. A desire for some flesh. Like the pepperoni and bacon on my pizza that I lost. Still sad about that. Still upset. Still need to plan what I can do for revenge. I just can't think of anything. It's infuriating. Why? No, I am evil stone talk now. Villain time. It's my villain arc. It is my villain arc. And I need to decide what I'm going to do on it. Chi to G to just G. Okay. Sorry, I got confused at what I was actually putting in. But yes, it is my villain arc. I will do what I have to do in order to be evil. Now, what are some evil things that I could do? Let me think. Evil. I've already said rotating their toothbrushes. What else can I do? What else is mildly annoying? I could dislike their messages when they text me. And just respond, you know what you did. Though that's cryptic. That is cryptic. Being cryptic for the sake of being cryptic. Now that's a move I can pull. That is a move I can pull. Yes, it's all coming together. It's all coming together. Oh, yes, be like the clingy, not the clingy girlfriend, the not manipulative boyfriend. What am I going for? I'm going for the bratty. That's what I'm going for. I can go for the bratty angle. I could just be like, you know what you did, and just be cryptic like that, as if they should know what they did, how they wronged me. They'll probably apologize for 10 other things first, but oh yes, I could be evil like that. I could just be very annoying. It doesn't, I don't even have to change much to be very annoying. I get told I'm annoying every day. Oh yes. Oh, it's all coming together now. I just have to be cryptic, mildly abrasive, and then just do some stuff that's mildly inconvenient. There we go. That's how I become evil. Let's... Oh man, that's great. That is great. Oh, I do annoy them sometimes too. I remember sometimes when I'm with them and I'm getting water from the fridge, the fridge that I use, if that fridge opens, the water stops going. So what I've done for that is I do a fake cough very loudly because they're standing right next to me. And this is my, I'm annoying you, but you are objectively in the wrong cough. Oh, yes. And that's my favorite thing to do because it teaches correction. I'm Pavloving them to be decent people. But unfortunately, I can't Pavlov them anymore because they already did the action. And I can't do anything. Oh, actually, it would be preventative if I was very annoying about it. If I was very annoying about them eating my pizza, it would be Pavlovian in a sense. However, it's not. I'm thinking the short term, not the long term. And in the short term, it's not Pavlovian. It's not, I'm trying to condition them to not eat my food. In fact, I've been trying to condition them to not eat my food for years and years. Decades, man. That's how long I've been trying to convince them to not eat my food. They eat everything. They're vultures. Swarming around, even when I was a wee child. Ooh, sorry, I ate your pizza. Ooh, ice cream, don't know where it went. Cookies, I threw them away because I don't want to eat them. That was a real thing. That was a real thing. My sibling wanted to go on a foul diet. A foul diet meaning, in my words, a diet that they would only follow for a couple of days, if even. And to do that, she threw away my cookies. My cookies in the trash. Garbage. In the bin. A waste of food. Absolutely just betraying me. They just betrayed me. And they have the audacity to say that they threw them away because they were tempted to eat my cookies. They were tempted to eat my cookies, so they threw them away. I was livid. I have many villain origin stories. That's one of the more memorable ones. That is one of the more memorable villain origin stories of mine. You know how hard it is to not eat someone's food? It's very easy to not eat someone's food. I never eat someone's food without asking. Let alone throw it away because I don't want to eat it. I don't. Oh my, that's just child versus child mentality. Only a child would think like that. But my cookies, I still mourn them. They weren't even good cookies. They were Oreos, but they were mine. They were mine. And it's such a waste of food, too. It was such a waste. Granted, can you call that food? If you want to be really technical about it and say, oh, it's junk food, you shouldn't eat that anyway. Fine. But at the end of the day, they're my cookies. I wanted to consume them. I knew the calories. I didn't care. They were mine. But I just have a broken heart. And I still mourn them. I still mourn the cookies. I still mourn those cookies. I need to calm down. I need to take a sip of water. You know what? Let's take a moment of silence for the cookies. Let's take like 10 seconds of silence for the fallen cookies. Delicious and not forgotten. Rest in pieces. Alright. I think I've calmed back down. I regained my... Actually, no. Let me do some meditating. Just, one deep breath in, one deep breath out. Breathe for 7... Inhale for 7 seconds. Hold for 4. 2, 3, 4. And exhale for 5. Okay, now I'm grounded. Now I'm back to earth. Now I am feeling alive, wonderful, amazing. I am amazing. We are all amazing. Right. And now this is Zoo, right? Zu? Yes. Okay, I'm not... Zoo, I think, could be she. She, I know, is she. But Sue, I always get confused with. I always get confused with the Sue. And I don't know, well, do I know why? No, I can't fathom. I haven't the faintest clue. Right. Let's see. This is, Zhu. You know, after this, I don't know what I'm having for dinner, but I'm gonna have myself... Actually, no, I'm probably gonna have chicken. I do have some leftover chicken, but I was really craving some pizza, and I didn't have the time to put on some chicken, so I passed on it. However, I think I'm gonna have some chicken later, and it'll be good. It's not gonna be pepperoni and bacon pizza good, but it'll be healthier, I guess. I can pretend like there's an upside. It won't go bad in the fridge anymore. What are some other upsides to it? Oh yeah, I will say, I thought I messed up with the chicken thighs I made, because I put them in a apple cider vinegar brine, what is the term? A marinade based on that, and it made the chicken tasted a bit sweet, a bit too sweet for my liking. I usually brine my chicken thighs, and my marinade is usually like lemon based for chicken breast, but I usually brine my chicken thighs. But I decided to marinate it because I had apple cider vinegar, but it gave a bit too fruity of a taste, and I didn't like that. But I actually learned that red pepper flakes, or crushed red pepper flakes, whatever they're called, go really well with the fruity taste. So I tried it out, and I like things spicy, and I have red pepper flakes, so I tried it out, and I gotta say, it's pretty good. It is really good. I was surprised. I was expecting it to be okay, but I enjoyed it. I think in the future I'll just stick to a brine and a spice rub. Like I did a spice rub as well. It didn't cancel out though. Still didn't like the brine, but I think I'll stick with the brine is what I'm saying. I think I'll stick with the brine. Right. This is chi, right? Yes. Oh, man, we are going rather slow, but we kind of know a lot of things. We've only gotten 6 wrong. Okay, only gotten 6 wrong is a bit of a stretch. What are we at? What is 72? 78 should be a multiple of 6, right? Well, no, technically, no. What would it be? 76 is a no. 80? Whoa. 60, 72, 70. No, yeah, 78 should be a multiple of 6. Oh, yeah, I did my math wrong. Okay. So what is that? 6 divided... What times 6 is 78? Is that 13? 13. 1 over 13, what is that? Like, no, I was going to say 6%. It's not 6%. Yes. 1 divided by 13 is like what? Oh my, why can't I do math? How many 13s do we need to get to 100? What is it? 6, 7, 8. Let's say 8. So we're like 92%. That was a long-winded way to say 92%. But it is 92% roughly. Roughly. Futaboo. This is boo. B-U. Okay. I'm sorry, I got confused for a second. And this is K. Yes, it is. I confuse K and Ku. But I have them as I intentionally mix them up. I don't know. I don't know what goes inside this little noggin of mine, but it's cooking something. I'm getting some things right. That counts for something, right? Right? Yeah. It absolutely does. count for something. But yes, after this, I think I'm gonna chill with the relaxation streak. Do I want to read one with a candle on, or do I want to play Pokemon? Recently, I went back into Nuzlocking. I missed it. I'm doing it on my 3DS, and it's fun. I'm doing a Nuzlocke of Black 2, and it's more fun than I remember. I think before I try to do Nuzlocking on set mode, it increases the difficulty a lot, but a Pokemon, which is actually nice. I recommend playing on set mode if you're doing a normal run, or if you're like really into Nuzlocking, but I'm not really into Nuzlocking. I've never successfully done a Nuzlocke. So to have it as to make it easier on me by just doing it the normal way, doing it on Switch mode, and Switch mode is when after you knock out a Pokemon, you're allowed to switch your Pokemon. Set mode, you don't have that option. Set mode is your Pokemon that is in when the opponent Pokemon fainted stays in when the opponent throws out their next Pokemon. You don't have the option to change. But Switch mode, you can. Switch mode is actually leagues easier. And as someone who is very much a casual in the realm of Pokemon, it is definitely aiding my fun. I wanted to play in set mode because it was harder and the merit of that, but Switch mode was great. I am definitely having fun with it, and it makes it a lot easier. I'm also not too worried about grinding for certain levels and whatnot. Not grinding for certain levels and whatnot, but grinding for levels and hard level caps. I was doing mainly soft. I'm not trying to go over the level cap of whatever I'm facing, whatever gym leader I'm on, and I don't think I have yet. Yeah, no, I haven't. The closest I think was, what's her name? Roxy. I was pretty close with going over the level cap. I think I went to 19 on 2 of my Mons, but I didn't go over. I did not go over, and that was good. But I'm not too concerned with level cap. I think I'm not sure if I want to say hard with that rule or soft on that rule, but I'm going to do whatever with it. And I haven't lost a Pokemon yet. I beat Berg, the 3rd gym leader. That's where it ended off. Beat Berg, healed my Pokemon, and now I get to face, now I have to make the journey to face, oh my gosh, what's her name? Electrica? No, yes? Ah, man, that's gonna bug me. Pokemon Black Electric Gym Leader name. Let me look that up. I believe it's Electrica. But Elsa? No, wait, maybe? Electric Gym Leader. Electric Gym Leader is Alessa, not Elsa. Alessa. I'm sorry. That was foolish on my part. Very silly indeed. My apologies. But yes, that's my next goal. Alessa, whatever. I'm ruining the butchering. I am ruining the butchering, but Elisa, you're my next opponent, my next rival. And I think, unfortunately for you, I'm probably going to catch a Sandile. And I say unfortunately for you because it's going to mess up your flow. Yeah, a lot of gym leaders are pretty, at least in Black and White too, now that I'm thinking about it, a lot of gym leaders are sort of, built like that is a bit of a strong word, but you can get the typing that best counters them pretty much right before the gym. With the exception being Charon in Black and White 2. In Black and White 2, Charon's a normal type leader. You can technically get a Riolu, but that you have to hunt for. It's not as common as the other areas. But, and Charon's actually a pretty hard gym leader. I think I lost some, I've definitely lost some Pokemon to him. I think I remember having to traditionally sacrifice when I tried doing a Nuzlocke earlier. I had to sacrifice to beat Charon's Lillipup. Because Charon's actually quite difficult. Because, I don't know why. He's got good strat, his workup's good, everything about him is solid. And his Lillipup's a really strong Pokemon. It's just a really strong Pokemon. It's hard to beat without giving up anything in return. But with Roxy, in I forget what that area is, that complex, you can get Magnemite and Steel resist poison, or you can get a Magby, and I got a Magby. And Magby beats her ace, her Venipede. So that's it's not unfair. It's fun fair. It's fun fair. And then with Berg, well, actually the Magby carried. I don't think. Well, you could get a Woobat. You could get a Woobat from not just the sewers, but no, yeah, in the sewers, or even in the cave. Now that I think about it, in the you can go from the sewers to the cave in Relic Passage. Relic Passage Cave. You can go there and you can get a Woobat or Swoobat, whatever it's called. And I think you can get it in the sewers as well. Granted, in the sewers, I did a bit more poorly. I got a Rattata. And it's fun. It's definitely fun. I don't know why I'm saying it's definitely fun. Am I getting... Well, I'm feeling the pangs of hunger. I think I might only go to 200 complete, because I've been streaming for maybe almost 50 minutes. Almost 50 minutes. And I'm feeling the pangs of hunger. I don't think I'm going to last that much longer. Yeah, this is probably going to be a much shorter stream. I might even go just to 150. Because I'm not feeling too great, if I'm being completely honest. I apologize. I do apologize. I wanted to have a fun little run. But I might have to get cooking. Yes. So let me grind. And we'll see what we can do. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm feeling weird in my cheeks. Like they're... Not that there isn't ample blood flow, but... I think I definitely need to eat soon. Right. I'm trying to think. What can I do now? You know what? Give me 5 minutes. I'm going to actually put on the chicken thighs now. They'll take probably 30 minutes to cook, and we'll end stream in 30 minutes. About. I will be right back, my darling diamonds in the rough. We are back. The chicken is in the oven, trying to heat up, trying to cook, trying to blossom into a big, beautiful plate of leftovers. I do I just need a day off? Maybe. Not from streaming. I've just been busy the past few days. Well, yeah, actually. I've just been really busy the past few days. I think, when did it start? I think it started on Saturday. Actually, wait, let me check my schedule. I'm just checking my schedule mentally. So last Sunday, not this past Sunday, last Sunday, I did my second stream of the week, Stardew Valley. And it was a ton of fun. Really enjoyed it. Really fun. Really relaxing. But do I consider that busyness or not? I don't know. But then I work and I stream a little bit, go to the blah, 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 blah. And then on Saturday, I overexert myself. I definitely overexert myself. In fact, I'm still not healed. Yeah. Well, this is mildly embarrassing. I have, I get what is known as jogger's nipples. Very silly name, but it's the same thing, maybe like someone who jogs would get after jogging for a long period of time, for running X amount of miles. But if I do like too many, like let's say, what is it? Cardio, too much cardio. Like maybe it's a sport, maybe it's just running. The material of my shirt abrases my, and yeah, it chafes really badly. It hurts. It's pain. It's very painful. Not very painful, but it's very annoying. And I got I've only had it a few times before. I think 2 other times. One time I was playing soccer. First time I ever noticed it, I was like, wow, why does that hurt? Second time playing basketball for 4 hours. On Sunday, I played basketball for 3 hours. After doing Zumba for an hour. And Zumba is kind of dancing. I can't call it dancing because I tried it and what I was doing was not dancing. What the instructor was doing was dancing. What I was doing was akin to like a fawn, a baby deer, their first steps. And that's what it was akin to. But also, if you put that on 10 times speed, a fawn, a baby deer, just on 10, a doe, I should say. A fawn's something else. But a doe on 10 times speed, that's what I looked like. Shout out to my instructor. Very cool guy. Class was very high energy. Loved it. But also, definitely did not keep up. It was great cardio. But man, I must have looked ridiculous. But yes, so that all that cardio, that essentially 4 hours of cardio, the Zumba and then basketball, took a toll on basically every part of my body, but especially that area. And that was this Saturday after working all week, and I've just been kind of busy. On Sunday, I exercised some more. Also a mistake. But I didn't exercise my legs or anything. I exercised my core and my arms. So now, instead of overexerting on my hurt legs or hurt upper chest, it just hurts all over my body now. Which is miserable. And then I stream, which was fun, but also streamed. And then I watched the basketball game. The NBA Finals Game 7. Man. Tyrese Halliburton. For those of you who didn't follow, Tyrese Halliburton, the heart and soul of the Pacers, was doing absolutely phenomenal in the first 3 quarters. Absolutely amazing. Sorry, not first quarter. He was on a tear. He hit 3 incredible shots, super deep threes, and it was wonderful. And he tore his ACL. And that is just devastating. And he went down in the first quarter with just under 5 minutes left. He played 7 minutes of game time. And I'm a pretty big fan of his. Pretty big fan of the Pacers. And it just ripped my heart out. If it also adds insult to injury, I am also a pretty big fan of the Celtics. And I think weeks ago, their star player, the heart and soul of their team, Jason Tatum, also tore his ACL. Which is devastating. It's just devastating. The music even stopped just to show how devastating this is. Let me put it back on. But yes, so not a good start. But in spite of that, the Game 7 of the finals was really good. I thought it was really good. It looked like the Thunder were going to run away with it. Pacers made a little comeback, but the Thunder ended up taking it all. Congratulations to them. I just really feel bad. I really feel bad for Halliburton, though. I really feel bad for that Pacers team, but mainly Halliburton. Because that's just devastating. Two of my favorite players dealing with those injuries. The same injury. In the same playoff run. It's not fun. It is not fun. Right, we should hop back into some gameplay. I call it the gameplay tab. That's what it's labeled on my OBS. But it is Kana today. Today it is Kana. We can hop back in with some lovely J-O. Okay, that's silly. Oh, and speaking of the Celtics, who are my favorite team. I like basketball as a whole. Wow, I'm flubbing hard. But I like basketball as a whole. The Celtics are my favorite team. I love the Pacers. I like the Rockets too. I think they're nice. I just go where the basketball seems the most fun. Well, I also just really like the Celtics too. But that's because I've been following them since the beginning of this Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum dynasty. I became a fan of basketball around that time. And just follow along with that dynasty. Well, can you call it a dynasty if you only won one ring so far? I'm not sure, but they just have been so successful in the postseason. So I've been calling it, and in the regular season as well. They've had, 2 quote-unquote bad years in that entire time? That one year when they had Kyrie Irving and Kyrie kind of underperformed in the playoffs. He shot, 8 for 24 or something like that? And it was a big rift between Kyrie and Celtics fan base. That was a pretty bad year, where the Celtics lost in the second round, and they were the 4th seed. That was one of the worst, quote-unquote, worst years of this quote-unquote dynasty. And the other worst year was 2021, when Jaylen Brown was injured for the postseason. And also the Celtics just didn't really have really anyone. All they had was Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart. That was kind of like everyone on that 2022 roster that I remember that got minutes. That's nearly everyone. Wow, I am flubbing really hard on this. I should lock in. But yeah, those were the 2 bad years. And even then, that bad year with Jaylen Brown injured in the postseason, and them being the 7th seed, the postseason consisted of only 6 games. They lost in the first round, but they won the play-in, and they won a game against a healthy version of the the super team Nets, the KD, Kyrie, and Harden Nets. And they are the only team to win a game against all 3 of them healthy in the postseason, technically. But even that bad year, Jason Tatum had 2 50-point games in that postseason. The playing game against Russell Westbrook's Wizards, and that win against the KD Harden Kyrie Nets. And that was phenomenal because the expectations were so low. I think even the Wizards were favored to beat the Celtics in the play-in. The expectations were so low that postseason, but it was just amazing. But yes, those are the 2 worst years in that time. And that's why I really like the Celtics, because I've been with them for that dynasty, for the JB and JT Celtics. I've been with them since the beginning. So I've been a fan for that long, and I like it. I love that team. But yes, in Celtics news, they traded Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis. 2 separate trades, but both happened right before the stream. One happened yesterday night. I just didn't check because when I got home very late, I just went to sleep. The other happened about maybe 30 minutes before the stream. And it was shocking, I guess. Well, not shocking, but the Drew Holiday trade, people said Celtics won the trade by like a landslide. I don't really see that way. I think it's more of a fair trade. Well, now it's not, because I hear Drew doesn't necessarily want to be in Portland, so I think Portland's going to flip him. But the trade was Drew Holiday for Anthony Simons and 2 second-round picks. Drew Holiday is will probably be a better player than Anthony Simons next season, but his contract is bigger, and he's older, and he will probably be worse the year after. And Anthony Simons is pretty nice, pretty good. 2 different players completely. Anthony Simons are really like I'd call him more of like a traditional undersized shooting guard. Granted, undersized shooting guards nowadays are point guards. He's really good offensively. He's really good shooting the ball. He'll fit right in with the Celtics game plan. And Drew Holiday, I think, services Portland. Well, assuming he stays in Portland, he's a defensive-minded veteran point guard who's a great locker room presence. And I think that could really help a lot of Portland's young guys. A big fan of Tamari Kamara, sorry. Big fan of his game. He's a great defender. Donovan Clingan too, great defender, but a different defender. But Drew Holiday's expertise will definitely help them, and it'll definitely help Scoot Henderson. I'm a fan of Scoot. I think he has a lot to grow. Also help Denny Avdija. I like that Trailblazers team. I'm sorry. My mind is mucked. And they traded Kristaps Porzingis for in a 3-team trade. Essentially, I think they got back Georges Niang in a pick, which got them below the second apron. So that's the win. But Celtics fans don't really like Georges Niang because he tried to injure Jaylen Brown by grabbing his knee while he was moving, which is a very bad thing to do. I expect him to get traded or cut or something. I don't know. Objectively, it's a good trade, but because the Celtics get under the apron, like very much under the apron. However, you don't like Georges Niang for the Celtics. You just don't. And what I don't like is how I'm faring in this, because I'm taking forever and I'm not even at 100 yet, and my chicken's going to be done soon. So maybe I should lock in. Ooh, is it time to lock in? It might be time to lock in. Alright, let's make like a me and rock in. There we go. That's what I was thinking of. Right. This ends in oo, but what is it? Is it foo? It is not foo. Who, foo, whatever you want to say. It is it new? It is new. Yes. He to HYU. Then we have ku. Then we have Hugh. She. I almost said G. Ta. Alright. I think we're in some sort of a flow. And the stream's ending in 6 minutes, whether I want it to or not. So, we gotta do something. And something we will do. Something we will do. We will cook. We will grind. We will thrive. Yes, sirree. And after the stream, I'm going to do everything in my power to relax. Everything in my power to relax. Right. pa, po. This is, ooh, moo, isn't it? Or is it mo? It's moo or mo? Looks like mo. Yeah, mo. Yeah, mo. Ni. Right. Then this is he to be to p ya pia. Oh, da de. Okay, I will remember that. I will remember that. Yes, and I do apologize for what will end up being a shorter stream. I just don't think I can stream for longer today. My heart's not in it. My drive is not in it. My passion isn't in it. And my stomach is burning a hole. It's telling me to consume. And consume I must. Consume I must. But we must make it a little bit farther. And doing boneheaded plays like that, where we just mess up a little bit, that's not necessarily the best. Right, and this is ho to bo. Lovely. Shi to ji to ja, jo. Ri to ra, rya. Lovely. Oh, is this ko? I'm gonna guess it's ko. It might be, no, it's not ro, it's ko. Yeah, there we go. Mi, chi to ji to ja, no ju. Na, lovely. Be, why I have my fat fingers. I can't even yell at them. Oh my god, oh my goodness gracious, I apologize. I'm in a great position. Okay, maybe not great. Let me gaslight myself. Let's go. We are good. We are amazing. You see that? That's something only a genius would know. And we know this because we're geniuses. This isn't ko, this is go. G-O. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go on to the next one. And this next one, it's not she, it's not G, it's Ju. J-U. Ju got this. We got this. We got this. Kya. Kya indeed. Not ra. This is who. And this is me. Only me. Oh, it's not. It's moo. I forgot. That's silly of me. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's not working. It is not working. It is not working. I'm so sorry. It is not working. Between my plans of vengeance, I promise you this. Later this week, probably on Friday, I will make a bigger, better stream. Something well thought out, something well planned, something irreplaceable. And I'll even make it a short form video. I'll edit it and post it main channel. I promise this. Sometime this week, from Wednesday to Saturday, there will be a special stream. I just need to think of it. And I will make amends for all the wrongdoings I've done today. And I've done many wrongdoings today. But I will make amends for them. So please, accept this apology. Accept this hunger. Who knows, maybe I'll indulge my evil side. That would be a nice little stream idea. That would be a lovely little stream idea. Right. Last 9, let us begin. Ja. Su. Ko to go. G-O. Lovely. This is se to ze. This is just, not n, it's so. This, we already saw this. Ro. It's ko. Oh my gosh, I'm silly. Roll with the box. Bu. Me. Two more. This is chu. And this is hyo. H-Y-O. There we go. There we go. We'll go back to the Just Chatting stream. I love you all. And I'd love to talk to you more. But I have to do my ending dice roll. We have dice. Roll my d20. We'll see what we get. We get an 8. An 8. 8 looks like infinity on the side. I already did the Ouroboros rant several times over. I can get better material. Oh! I remember something. Now, I don't want to brag or anything, but as a child, I had Bakugan for the DS. The DS video game for Bakugan. I had it, I owned it, I played it, I grinded it, I completed it multiple times over because I was just that kind of, what is it, brawler? Is that what they call Bakugan brawlers? I know the name of the show is, or one of the shows is Bakugan Brawl. But yes, brawlers. I was on it with the Bakugan. And I remember having the different ways to battle the Bakugan against each other. One of them was you spin it really, really, really fast. You take your stylus, or in my case, finger, because I lost my stylus, and you spin it on the bottom DS screen really, really quickly. Another way was tapping your screen very quickly. And my favorite way was drawing these figure eights. You'd have to draw a figure eight as fast as you can within these lines, and doing it would boost your power or something to help you win. It was basically spin to win, well, cycle to win in a figure eight. And it was beautiful, and it helped me win my famous Bakugan days. Oh my. And I became not just a Bakugan legend, but I saved the entire world, I think, in the game. I think that was the lore. I don't know. But that's gonna do it for the stream. Thank you all for watching. It always means a lot to me. And I apologize I couldn't be at 100% today. I promise I will make a stream worth watching this week. For those of you who have bore with me for the past hour and 30-ish minutes, or 15-ish? 13-ish minutes. Okay, 14, 15-ish minutes. I promise you, I will make a stream worth watching later this week. Please look forward to it. And if you want to look forward to it, maybe consider liking, following, subscribing, doing whatever. I have to get that whole spiel. I'm sorry. But yes, thank you all for watching. And as always, have a day. I hope it's a good one. See ya.